I'm an entrepreneur, started or joined early in 4 different companies, and throughout my career, had an interest in investing, was an angel investor as an entrepreneur, and that led to going into venture as a focus for me. My first company was a interactive marketing company, started in the early days of the internet, called mypoints.com. We went public. The company was the best performing IPO in 1998, and we proceeded to get acquired by United Airlines. I then started 2 businesses in India, and then invested in a company started by a colleague from business school, John Hankey, called Keyhole, which I then started helping out. And before I knew it, I was on the team, and we were building a 3D model of the Earth, which started to get traction and become a popular product. We ultimately were acquired by Google, and our team became the Google Geo team. Keyhole became Google Earth, and I spent 3 years at Google working on the enterprise side of the Geo business, launching Google Maps for enterprise, taking as part of the Geo team our products to about 600 million users across all the platforms before I left. And that led straight into venture capital, because some of the investments I had made and investors who had supported me and my companies were interested in going forward, and we decided to form a fund. And Javelin got going in around the 2008 timeframe. Just really started right before the financial crisis, or in the midst of the financial crisis. But it was really the time when seeds of the startup boom were just being planted. AWS was available, and some early companies were using it to prototype products and demonstrate the incredible capital efficiency of starting SaaS businesses. And the strategy for Javelin really was to provide institutional capital in that early stage of product market fit and demonstrating market viability. And that's our strategy today, the seed to early Series A investment in the range of kind of $1 to $5 million. And we're often the first institution to invest, usually the first to take a board seat. And our team are all former entrepreneurs, so we really focus on companies that have that ability to scale and become large business markets, go all the way to IPO. So I would say focus is probably a little bit of the wrong word, because we start really with the model, and the model is capital efficiency, scalability, and innovation, where innovation leads to differentiation and the ability to protect a competitive position. And what we've found is that those businesses with those characteristics tend to be software-centric, IP-centric, and have certain characteristics of markets where you have either tipping point or economies of scale that work very well. And fintech actually has been one of the key sectors where those characteristics really have played out very well, and quite a few successful companies and in those sectors have been built, and we've taken a heavy interest in fintech businesses ourselves. Beyond fintech, really SaaS, consumer internet, e-commerce, digital media are all in our bailiwick. COVID really went from, it was quite a roller coaster ride. It went from this question mark as to what kinds of models, would be viable, and pretty quickly turned around, where tech companies benefited enormously. Any company involved in digital transformation of either consumer lifestyles or business operations, and anything e-commerce related, really turned out to benefit from the COVID trends. I think it happened to align, very well with the makeup of our portfolio. Companies like Thumbtack, benefited from people who were under lockdown deciding to improve their homes and get things done around their homes once the safety standards, safety practices got established. Thumbtack saw a really nice comeback in its business, and Masterclass benefited from everybody, being stuck at home, needing to improve, interested in entertaining themselves, but also wanting to improve themselves with high quality content. So they saw a real surge in demand. But in this fintech arena, it's interesting because investors really responded somewhat uncharacteristically, and really started to pursue risk in ways that surprised everybody, I think. And our portfolio company, Smart Asset, is a consumer financial decision-making tool business primarily from the consumer side. And from a business model, they match investors to registered investor advisors, RIAs. And they also saw just a surge of interest among investors to plan for the future and improve their portfolios and upgrade their investment strategies. So Smart Asset in the fintech side was really a significant beneficiary as well.